Okay. I got you. Wait a minute. Harrison, first off, just how are you and how excited are you to be here from jump this year as opposed to a mid-season transition?
I feel good. A lot more settled this time around. So I'm excited about what we have. Last couple weeks have been good. Just seeing the guys compete, get out there, work with them a little bit, and we should be ready to go.
You're the official India scout, I guess. Like a lot of these, what have you told guys? What was your experience like, and what are you expecting just with a quick training camp and on a long flight?
I loved it. I've been trying to just tell these guys, just go in there with an open mind. It's going to be a lot of different things you haven't seen before. The athletic community, the fan community is huge. They're going to love the game of basketball. They're going to show a lot of love. But just taking the culture, the food, the experiences, different things you may see going to Taj Mahal, something you definitely don't want to take for granted.
When you look at the way things have shaped up here at the outside of training camp, how confident are you in this team and the ability to make the playoffs?
I like our chances. Just seeing the pieces we've added, seeing how they've been able to come here and just fit right in from not only a personality standpoint, but just performance standpoint. I think everyone's excited about what we have, the way we've been competing, and like I said, we're just ready to get out there.
What kind of things has Coach asked you going into this year? What does he want to see from you?
Just being a leader on and off the court. I think that's one of the biggest ways I can help this team. Is just trying to be that force that brings us together and just constantly keeps our eyes focused on the right things. Which is winning games, making the playoffs, and doing something special.
You got three guys with Fox, Bagley, and Buddy who have never been to the playoffs. What kind of things do they have to learn about the grind of the season, what it takes to become a playoff team and eventually stay there?
Yeah, a lot of it is what we've been doing this far. It's just the habits. Every single day coming in, doing the right things the right way. I think that's the biggest thing, and not just being result oriented, but being process oriented. I think that's what's going to bode well for us throughout this season. Getting off to the right start. Those long days when you're kind of in the middle of the season before All-Star break. Doing things the right way to put us in the right position.
Can you even put into words how important the defensive aspect of all this will be in terms of making that jump to a playoff team?
That's what it's going to be. You look at the West, every team is stacked. I don't think anyone is going to struggle scoring the ball out here, but for us, defense has to be what we pride ourselves on. We can run up and score with the best of them, but how can we defend? How can we make teams work the baskets?
Is it playoffs or bust, or can this team say it had a successful season even if it doesn't make the playoffs?
Well, I think it's can we get off to the right start? I think that's where our focus is. I don't think we're looking at the end and saying, is it playoffs or bust? It's, look, can we start off the gates, coming out playing the way we want to play? Can we build on that instead of, having to be like, oh, man, this isn't quite what we thought it was going to be, or, it's taking a while for us to gel.
Harrison, what's your overall thoughts of playing over the summer, and would you like to have a shot at being an Olympian?
Yeah, for me, I love playing for Team USA. Anytime, they call, whether, my family's good, my health's good, I'm always going to play. So, I would always love that opportunity to continue to play with them.
And how was your experience, playing with those other guys in international competition?
It was a great summer. Obviously we didn't get the result that we wanted. Not to win gold was tough, but, that group of guys, I really enjoyed playing with those guys. A lot of them I really didn't know before, so it was great to kind of build that bond and had a relationship.
How beneficial do you think that was for both Bagley and De'Aaron to participate in that, even though they weren't on the eventual team?
I thought it was great for both of them. Marvin obviously played extremely well, to be able to be called up from the select team. Wasn't able to do it. And then Fox, to be able to be in those practices, it was training camp style practices, so to get that action, I think midsummer was big.
You talk about habits, and then Wendy and Gabriel even mentioned you and your good habits. Is that something that you push along on all the guys?
Absolutely. I saw with Wenyan last year, him coming off, injury, the time that he put in. That stuff bodes well. The jump that he's made, I think, and just in how his game has progressed is important, I think, for all of us. If we want to get better, it starts with daily coming in and doing the right things. And then when you have that, it's easier to evaluate how you perform.
You've played on teams that have shot a ton of threes. Luke Walton said he hasn't even told you guys yet how many he wants to hit or attempt, I guess, a game. How excited are you about that prospect? And do you feel like everybody out here has been working on their three-point games, especially because of Luke Walton?
Yeah, I think everyone's got the green light right now, neon green. So I think Luke has definitely been pushing that. I think that's exciting. We'll have to be, smart with how many threes we attempt. We obviously don't want to just be, running and shooting, but we're going to play a fast, exciting style of basketball this year for sure.
Do people make
Questions. We're done now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you, bro.